Hey YouTube, it's Icy and welcome to the 41st episode of Best Tech Info and Rumors. To start off, I want to talk about Steve Jobs. So the artists at Column 5 did an amazing infographic, and it has some of the great things that Steve Jobs has announced and introduced to the world over the past 35 years. So I definitely recommend taking a look at it. It's extremely good and it's a nice way to commemorate Steve Jobs and everything he's done for the technology industry. Also, TMZ posted a picture of what looked like Steve Jobs, and from the picture, it looked like he was extremely sick. However, users over at Reddit quickly discovered that it was actually fake and it was doctored with Photoshop. So, TMZ definitely faked that image, and I won't actually include that image in this video, but I will have a link to an article down below, and I have a link to the image there, and it actually points out what they did to distort the image and to make it look like it was actually Steve Jobs. But again, that was not Steve Jobs, and I know a lot of people are actually saying that that's the reason why he resigned as the CEO of Apple, but obviously that picture is fake, so that's not necessarily the reason why he resigned. Moving on, Comex also published some commonly asked questions and the answers to them, so if you guys want to see the answers to some questions that you might have related to jailbreaking, the future of jailbreaking, and what's in store for him now that he will be interning at Apple, then you should definitely check that out. It's actually really interesting and it covers a lot of great questions. Also, for everybody who's looking forward to Android on the touchpad, more progress has been made by another team. They're actually working on getting CyanogenMod 7 to work on it, and they're dual booting it, which means that you will be able to run HP's WebOS as well as Android. Now, you can't run them at the same time, but again, if you're running one of them, either WebOS or Android, you can turn off the device and then boot into the other one. So this will be extremely great for everybody who's looking forward to Android on the touchpad, but they still have a ways to go considering they have issues with the touchscreen responding and it doesn't exactly work right now. But again, at least we know progress is being made. There's a video of it actually booting up and it boots pretty fast and it looks really good. So again, if you're interested, you should check that video out. It may seem obvious, but Sprint has actually told their dealers to not talk about the iPhone 5 when users ask about it and to not answer any questions related to whether or not the iPhone 5 will actually make its way to Sprint. In addition to that, they recommended that if users have more questions, then they direct them to the Sprint.com newsroom, which obviously won't really have any answers related to the iPhone 5, but it makes you wonder whether or not the iPhone will actually appear on Sprint, because otherwise they would just tell dealers to have them look at other phones such as an Android device if they were truly interested in the iPhone 5. But again, it just makes sense that the iPhone 5 will end up on the nation's third largest carrier. Also, if you guys are interested in getting an HP touchpad for $99 or $149, then you will be able to do that soon. HP will be restocking their website, and I know I've covered this in other episodes of Best Tech Info and Rumors. However, I have an update for you guys, and I'll have a link to that update down below in the more info, and I will update it in the future too to provide more information on when HP will be restocking and when they will offer the touchpad at their reduced prices. And concept artists at the Apple database released an amazing video of features that they feel should be included in iOS 5, and they're actually really awesome features. I was definitely impressed by their quality of work and what they actually came up with. So they have a couple things such as persistent badge, which basically allows notifications to remain in the status bar throughout any application that you're in, which definitely is an improvement upon the notification system that's even in place right now. And probably one of my favorite concepts that they demonstrated was the ability to actually read text messages sent to your iPhone on your Mac if you're close enough, and it will do this through either Bluetooth or Wi-Fi, and then you can actually respond to those messages on your Mac. So that definitely seems like a really awesome feature, and I know that being a Mac user, I would really be excited to see that implemented into iOS. Now keep in mind that these are just concepts, so nothing's set in stone and it's not guaranteed, because again, these people do not work for or represent Apple in any way. So it's up to Apple to make these changes and to make these implementations. So again, it's possible that we will not see them anytime soon, or at least in the manner demonstrated in the video. And finally, to wrap things up, Bungie's new game Crimson Steam Pirates will be available for iPad users only on the App Store September 1st. Now, the best part about this game is that it will actually come in 8 different parts, and they're calling them voyages or episodes, and each part will be free to download and play. Now, it definitely looks like a great game, and I actually have the first look video on my website, so again, I will have a link to that down below in the more info, as well as everything I talked about in today's episode. episode. And that's it for now. I hope you guys liked this video. Please remember to rate it up if you did. Hit that subscribe button to be notified every time I release a new video. And I will also have links to my Facebook page and Twitter accounts down below. Be sure to like my Facebook page and follow my Twitter accounts to be updated more often. And until next time, this is ICU signing out.